Hi, this is Sive Morten with the daily update on EuroFX. I post my exclusive market overviews with the key political and economical events, charts and important levels on the ForexPeaceArmy.com forums weekly. This short video is a response to rapidly changing situation on the currency markets and should help you to stay on top of the game and be profitable. I suggest you to visit ForexPeaceArmy.com forum and read my analysis for the week before watching this daily video.
Welcome back everybody. Let's take a look at the Bitcoin market as usual on Thursday. So on the weekly chart we do not see any changes in bearish context. So in the shorter term this is just a continuation of the story that we discussed in today's videos on the euro currency, on the gold. Recently we've got the Fed minutes and actually they are more or less hawkish. So Fed suggested that tightening effect is not yet to come on the market, so it should be filled more aggressively in the coming months. Second, they expect that unemployment should start rising in the second half of the year, but still they intend to stay on a more or less hawkish course and expecting of the 0.5% or 75 basis points change in September. That of course makes the negative impact on the short-term impact, at least on the markets. I mean the stock market, and this Bitcoin has the strong relation to the stock market and Bitcoin as well. At the same time, in the longer term, since the Fed policy is changing in the rate of the more quantitative easing, once this effect will be over, we still do not exclude the possibility of the deeper retracement, depending on how this will develop, how Fed will do with the money supply on the markets. So it's not time yet to speak that it is impossible to pull back to the 30 even or 36 area. It's a lot of uncertainty still stands around the policy of the Fed. That will happen, especially as we are coming close to the November elections. But meantime, here you can see the market stands in the flag. Flag is potentially bearish patch and then starts mining pullback here inside of it. So for now, we are mostly interested in what's going on inside of this flag, because this big picture, well, it's a long-term story. On the daily chart, in general, our recent analysis works nice. So we said that we've got reversal bar. This was completed XOP on intraday charts. Market has formed the butterfly. We said this is chance for taking the short position if you would like to, with the possible downward action right to the lower border of the flag. This is possible. And currently we could already recognize a few patterns on the lower time frames, how this performance might happen, and what patterns might be formed. Daily trend also has turned bearish, as you could see on the daily chart. And here's what we see on the 4-hour time frame chart. Market is now coming to the support. So 23.50 mostly is done, as market already broken through it. The next area stands take a look 22.30, 22.44, 45 approximately. This is confluence support. And this is nearest destination point, nearest target. So if you have taken position on this butterfly, you need at least to worry about this area and decide what to do. Either you will book the results or you tight stop or maybe do something with your position, because you have to do something. Because right there in the strong support we could get the downward action, probably will not stop, but we could get the bounce, something of that sort. So that might be the wide hand shortest pattern. This market will complete and reach the confluence. We could get the right arm to form. And this will be more or less significant pullback. That will be, by the way, another chance to go short if this pattern will be formed. Scalp long traders, bullish traders might consider this level for taking the long position as soon as some bullish patterns will appear around this neckline. I use in this analysis 127 extension of the ABCD by the few reasons. First of all, OP stands 2290, which is slightly above the confluence and above the neckline lows, while 1618 stands below it, and since XOP stands below the confluence support, it's also, well, it might be reached, but it seems more logical to use the 127 extension, that's 2241. This is the potential destination points more probable to be reached in the current downward action. But anyway, if you would like to take the long position right here, right there, you should be worried about the XOP that still might be reached. And just watch for the patterns that will be formed here if you'd like to make the bet on a possible bounce and forming on the right arm. That's still the story yet to speak about. Probably we will return back at to it on Monday analysis. Probably to this moment, market already should be somewhere in this area. So that's what we intend to keep an eye on the Bitcoin in the nearest time. So for the bears, we are watching for continuation and completion of this initial bearish trade to the downside, and then we start watching for two moments for the bears. I mean, either the pullback and forming the hand and shoulders, where we consider possible entry right there around 2440 area. Actually, very similar, guys, situation to the gold market we discussed today. Or if market will fail to stay here and fail to show the bounce up, forming hand shoulders, keep going lower, this breakout of the 2230 area probably might be another reason to consider taking the new short position with a possible drop to the 2050 and these support areas as final strong support on the daily chart. This is for the other bears. For the bulls, as I said, watching for reaching of the strong support and see what patterns will be formed. If something really valuable we will get, then we also could consider taking the scalp long position here with a possible bounce and forming of this right arm on the hourly chart.